Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is May 9th, 2025, and this is my weekly market review where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000, that's IWM, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to these charts and see what we see. Resize this. Maximize this and see what we see. We still see green. We're still below the pivot. We're still trading in this support resistance zone. This whatever is at the bottom of this red candle in this little zone that I identified, and let's see if we can get out of there. And I'll get out of there one way or the other, to the upside or to the downside. I think it's more to the upside, so no trade recommendation there. Just what I see here. We are forming maybe a morning star, and all we can get in the come next quarter, if we can get another green candle going to the upside and see what happens there. But enough on that. Let's go ahead and go down to this monthly chart. As we can see, we're still in a bear market technically, since we are still below the 9-10 moving average. Although we're green and we're getting a piercing pattern here, I think the right side traders have a name for this and all that's happening here. So again, this is looking good, but we're still in a bear market, and like I said, we're still in this little zone here where this market can have a hard time at. And look, see, that's a fairly small zone too. See, 96 to 90, that's $5, but that's the Russell. The Russell at times can get like that. I've seen it, where it just doesn't move that much. And like I said, a good range of the Russell is like $10. That's 93 to 203 almost. So it's doing what I kind of expected to do. But let's go ahead and go down to the weekly chart and see what we see on the Russell here. Like I said, last week we had got above the 200, and it did stay above the 200 on this weekly chart. It was in a fairly tight range this week. So again, can it be consolidating and getting ready to actually explode out of this area, or is it consolidating and getting ready to drop out of this area and start making another leg down? So that's why, again, when the market started doing things like this, fighting a supply over here after this big drop and all that, pull back a little bit and can't break these tops and all. When I say these tops, I'm looking at this main candle right here and breaking this area and getting above where we at right now. So this is kind of one of those things you have to be really mindful of what you're doing and what you're trading at this time. Because again, just keep yourself on the right side of the market, bottom line. And pay attention to your trading plans and your trading strategies. As you can see, it didn't move that much this week, so it is setting up for something. You have to just kind of like wait and see. But let's go ahead and go down to this daily chart and wrap this on up. On this daily chart, what we see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friday we was much higher. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more here. Friday we was much higher than where we were Monday. By the end of the week, we closed just a little bit higher than where we were past Friday. So that in itself saying this market can be getting ready to turn over and turn down, since we had a hard time getting above previous week high. We have closed above previous week close, but not above previous week high. And looking at here on the daily chart, like looking at this way, and we do have a gap down here below this. That means that it doesn't mean that it's going to actually happen, but a lot of times the market likes coming back down and filling these type of area. This is what I call a jailer gap, and because I would be looking at the wicks and saying that gap is okay and it can continue to go up. But I've seen too many times where, like you said, it's right here. This had a little bit of a gap. That was more of a jailer gap. But the market ended up coming back down into this area. So next week that market can, even though I'm seeing it look like come next week, we should be opening up above pivot. But we can come all the way back down here to a support 1 and to my support line down here, and bounce back to the upside if we're going to actually end up going to the upside. But then if we end up breaking this area and breaking some of these lows here up this week, what we had this week, this low of this week, this thing can be ready to start making a second leg down. So be very careful, be very mindful of your trading plans and your trading strategy, and trade accordingly. That's all you can do. And that's all I really want to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.